Hi everyone, welcome. Today we have a patch review. As you have known, on the 30th of April, this is the end of the Season 1 and lots of changes to the patches to come. And here we have lots of updates over here. Let's look at the latest update followed by the update over here. So we also have Dazzle and Io as a new unit. If you guys want to know what Dazzle does, Dazzle is a troll, so that's the 5th troll. Dazzle will enable trolls to activate so much faster. Right now, by testing a few games, we know the troll is super powerful with warriors, followed by a lineup, maybe 3 warlocks, maybe 3 knights, or maybe just by any lineup. It's so easy to find the 4 trolls in early game with Dazzle, and I have found the 4 trolls at level 7 and never looked back with my win streak. We have tested Dazzle, the new unit, multiple games. You don't need the 4 trolls to make Dazzle useful. Having Dazzle at 100% HP means your HP now goes to 120%. This is very strong in any stage of the game. Dazzle reduces HP loss by 20%, and this allows us to go with Open Fort to lose a little bit, and there were games where you have to come back with more HP. Dazzle will allow that to happen to you. Also, Dazzle is a part of the troll. If you find Dazzle, Batrider, Shadow Shaman, and Witch Doctor super early, you can go into any builds with the trolls. You can then later take out Batrider or maybe another troll in favor of the troll warlord. Dazzle by himself at level 1 is good enough to be picked in almost any lineup I have tried. I picked Dazzle in Goblins to delay the death of Goblins to find techies. I picked Dazzle in Warriors to help with delaying the HP loss while the other players are super strong with Assassins and Mages. I also picked Dazzles in Knights and other lineups. Dazzle is very soon becoming one of my favorite units, and right now I have rated Dazzle as double S tier because his versatility in protecting health, his ability to delay the fights with his casting. I tend to put Dazzle on the front line, even at level 1, because I want him to cast fast, and if he casts on himself, it's okay. He delays death for 4 seconds. And lastly, Dazzle is so contested. For a 3-star unit, I have seen almost every lineup, even Assassins running Dazzles, and that's very effective as well, because a 2-star Dazzle will delay the death of Assassins by 4 seconds, and sometimes Assassin players just need the last split second to make it work. And if you guys notice over here, we did have a few of the notifications. I have turned on notifications for all comments on YouTube to answer all the questions when I see them, and also, just to reply as quickly as I can. The second unit added is Io. What is Io? Io is a legendary that you can find at any stage of the game. I have found Io at round 4, and what does Io do is that Io have no class. Io is elf. You can use Io on the board to fight for you, but the greatest thing for Io is he can be a wild card. Io can change into any unit if you have 2 of them. He does not work with the druid discounts, so how does Io work? If I have 2 Shadow Fiend, I put down the 2 Shadow Fiends first, I put down Io, he will turn into a Shadow Fiend 2-star. If I have a 2-star Io, I put down 2 of the 2-star units that are the same, I put down Io, he will turn them into a 3-star. So Io is a wild card. I tend to use Io when I'm fusing a 3-star unit, or if I'm looking for 4 or 5 cost units. Maybe 3 cost units in the early game as well. Blade Mail. Massive change. This item used to be mediocre for most tanks. Now with these changes, if a unit is a 3-star unit with a Blade Mail, you also reflect a lot of damage. Because it's reflecting 100% of damage to the enemy, my 3-star Axe was killing a lot of the elemental mages when he was attacked. Over here, we have the changes to the Knights. Knights used to have 2, 4, and 6 Knights that give the 40%. Give the proc rate, actually back then I think it was 30%, now it's 40. They used to give the proc rate to the knights only. With the 3 knights, 40% for a knight to proc the shield. With 6 knights, all allies have 35% chance of proccing. I was wondering why the knights were not proccing, because you have to have 6 knights to have 35% to proc the shield. This is a little too awkward, because when I have 6 knights, I expect the knights to be tanking. I don't expect my rest of my units needs to tank up. And because of that, it's hard to find out the 6 knights. If you do find the 6 knights, in comparison to before, they are weaker because likely you have 6 knights plus 1 or 2 units. And those 2 units probably doesn't need the 35%. What the knights needs is the previous 3 procs of shields for better rate of proccing and better tankiness. Although saying that, this might be better against mages, because this allows not only your knights units to survive, also your other units to survive against mage spells. That's if you're lucky enough with 35% every 3 seconds. Downside is we don't have to protect backlines unless the frontline dies. And if the frontline is a little weaker, it's likely the frontline crashes and then followed by the backline. So overall, I believe the Knights received a little nerf than actually a little buff. A slight change to Assassins, maybe even stronger making Assassins. Assassins went back to 0.5 seconds, now the delay is 0.75. That's a very small change, but even 0.25 of a second can make a big change for Assassins. This allows Assassins to be poured into the units, this allows units to be poured into Assassins, allowing Assassins to go freely on the backline, and also to break the enemy unit positioning. The downside with this is that although this is a nice change for Assassins, a lot of players have adjusted with good Assassin positioning at the start. So no matter if you're at 0.5, 0.75 or 1 second delay, those positionings will not be affected. And because of that, Assassins are good, but I don't think they're here to stay as the top meta for the builds. Let's look at those summaries over here. Some changes with unit HP and with unit balance. We have Enigma become even stronger. 5% to 6% means 1-star Enigma will do 60% pure damage, and 2-star Enigma will do 90% pure damage over 10 seconds. That is massive. Enigma is becoming one of the top S-tier units for me, for the legendaries for sure. We have the Medusa Stone Gaze with the angle reduction. I did try a few games with Medusa. If you position her in the middle of the 2 cells, in the middle of the map, she is still great. It's not that noticeable unless it's an off-angle curve for her, but it is still a nerf because she is one of the most picked units, which is a good nerf, but I'll say people will still pick her regardlessly. Increase to Terrorblade's HP is not much of a change. Increase to Venomancer's HP is nicer because a lot of people are running Venomancers, and Venomancers can go with the 3 Warlocks with the Trolls, can go with the Warriors, can go with the Beast as well. Chaos Knight is a little nerfed. He seems to be quite strong in the early game with a 1-star or 2-star, so that's a nice nerf in the early game. Master of Menace is reduced by attack speed by 10, which is nice, because I tend to not find a lot of Master of Menace, and I see those players that find the Master of Menace to become increasingly stronger because of how it snowballs over other players, especially on Anti-Mage, Luna, or Troll Warlord. Assault Carriage attack speed and reduction changed from 15 to 10. This is nice because this item is so overpowered because of the armor reduction and protection, and also the attack speed. I wish they to adjust the armor as well, because minus 10 armor is also absurdly strong. Wrath of Major is amplifying the magic reduction to 30%, which is okay in the early game, making mages more viable. And some early game mechanisms, I'd love to show that to you guys. So the top 3 players can have the votes. I don't think that's a big one. The biggest one is the tweaks of the visual effects. The biggest tweaks is Wolf's Round. There will be a sound of the wolves howling to remind you it's Wolf's Round. Really helpful and really great for them. And other than that, when there's only 2 players left, there's a new sound to tell you this is going to be a 1v1 match, and if you guys survive for 5 rounds, all the players' HP will be halved. We had a game where I was on 70 HP, I went to 35% HP, the other player was on 20, he went to 10%. Congratulations to Ogre Major and Lich. So, Ogre Major did get a massive buff, while Lich is removed from the game. So, they are Ogres that's in the game. One of the Ogre is Ogre Major, the other Ogre is actually Alchemist. Alchemist is another unit that's changed in this patch. Alchemist now have 4 of the icons. One is he's a goblin, second one is he's an ogre, so he's like the warriors and dragons. The third one is Alchemist a warlock. Last one is Alchemist have a skill. Alchemist is becoming one of the top A+ unit or S tier unit for me because Alchemist buffs the entire lineup. Alchemist buffed 5% for the entire lineup, he will reduce armor, and also Alchemist is a warlock. Because of those 3 things, Alchemist is becoming a really strong unit for us. Having Lich removed from the pool and having Io as one of those wildcard legendaries means they are less legendaries to be blocking techies. And if that's the case, Goblins might see a rise because there are 6 legendaries. Each time a legendary is reduced from the pool, it increases the chance of finding goblins so massively. And Goblin Techies is one of the crucial unit win condition for the 6 goblins. We have seen hunter players playing goblins in today's test to really good effectiveness with 2-star or 1-star techies doing massive damage AoE. In Alchemist, the Ogre does not stack. Ogre is a one-man race synergy. It does not stack with other ogres, it does not stack with himself. Now if you guys are wondering when would you be getting your ranked rewards, we have checked different accounts. None of the accounts have received the candy reward, but my Queen accounts have received the crown reward. The crown reward does take a few turns for the visual effects to kick in, and it's a very nice little shiny crown on the top of the courier. So I'll be posting those videos and you guys can see the crown on those couriers. Very looking forward to the new seasons with the cosmetics and looking forward to be rolling all the accounts with candies with you guys together. Thank you so much guys for watching this short summary of the patch reviews. We have tested multiple games. I'll be making a tier list for us very soon after more testing. Let me know in the comments below of what do you think about the new changes, do you like it, and how do you feel about Dazzle and Io. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also please follow and please use your Twitch Primes to help me on Twitch. Thank you so much guys. I'll see you guys next time. Take care my friends.